I want to sleep the whole day. Wednesday is kind of a sleepy day always.
It is
Here
what it
we
is.
are.
But here we are, yeah.
Talking about villains.
Oh,
This
yes.
episode is all about the villainous. The villainy?
You never know. I don't know. Well, we said last time we actually talked about villains a little bit, and we came up with the idea to rank villains. Well, we didn't find enough villains to kind of rank them.
Because, I mean, I did find villains, obviously.
Obviously.
But I was like, no, not interesting enough.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like,
But so we have to rephrase our statement because we said every villain is like interesting.
yeah, I mean, every villain would be interesting if they like
had a backstory.
Yeah, put some light on their backstory.
Yeah,
if they,
sure.
If every villain had like a sequel or prequel or something, or like just like
more story to them.
Yeah.
Then they would be interesting, actually.
But yeah, sadly, a lot of the villains on TV are just bad. And they're just bad people.
Bad for the villain's sake, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't find enough. I found 4, 5, but the fifth one I can't really talk about him that much. Maybe you can, but I don't know. Well, we'll find out. And you, how many did you find?
Like 3, 3, 4. Yeah, I could talk about 4, I guess.
Okay.
But do we start with the ranking?
Or
shall we discuss something else before?
Yeah, we can discuss the something else before.
Okay, I think it would be kind of
better.
Yeah. So the question is, because like every villain basically is an INTJ, as we all know, and it's kind
as we all know,
obviously
like it's canon that everybody knows
it is
that.
Canon.
Okay.
It is a huge thing actually, and it's kind of boring. And I'm always like, let me guess, another INTJ. What a surprise! So I'm always kind of really intrigued when there's not an INTJ as a villain in a movie. But what if an INFJ is a villain? Or how does an INFJ become a villain?
Interesting question.
And I think there's a simple answer to that.
It's not simple answer.
But there's like a few things that I feel like you would also say. Yeah. Which are...
I would say, yeah.
Yeah. I think the most common thing for INFJs to become a villain would be because they feel massively misunderstood and not cared for enough in a way.
Yeah.
Because INFJs always kind of have an idea of what's going on with the other people.
Yeah.
And care a lot for other people. But that's oftentimes an unhealthy balance.
Yeah, because we care so much and other people don't really care enough for us.
They don't really have the ability even.
Yeah.
Just because it's not their personality.
Yeah, kind of. So it makes us go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel that. Yeah.
Or they didn't protect their boundaries enough.
And end up
like
boundaryless.
Yeah, or because they they weren't firm enough about their boundaries, they got hurt.
Ooh.
Even though they could have like prevented this from happening, they just said no.
Well, but that's not always that easy.
I know. But I feel like that
would have to be to go bad because of this. It would have to be like more violent than
Yeah,
just small invadance of your boundaries.
Yeah, it would have to be a really big thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like the next one that I wrote down. That's like when they like become the enemy of someone. Is maybe when somebody does something that's not according to their values, like really completely against them, like in a personal way, obviously, because otherwise they would have like many enemies on the world, actually.
Okay.
Because I think most INFJs do have some very deep sense of just values. They think integrity is something important, I guess, or like being honest or something like that. Because other people are just like, oh, you lied to me, huh? Well, anyways, they're like not that like easy to forgive.
Yeah. But I wouldn't do this. I'd be like,
because if someone like did something that I do not approve of, then I'm most of the time in my life I think the person is just out. Like,
you're done.
Bye.
See you later or never again.
That's the infamous INFJ door slam. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's like when INFJs apparently happen to slam the door to people like on a regular basis, but like
bye.
but like more often than other people, and it's just they just it's you. Well, bye. So like just like that, without any drama, they just disappear out of someone's life without any explanation, kind of. Definitely not.
I'm not you. I'm not an INFJ. Yeah, but I feel that if you don't like, if the person just you like feel like you don't vibe anymore, or they're never been a vibe before actually, then you're just like, I can't do this. You have to leave.
We would never waste our energy on like maintaining such a relationship to someone that's not really
worth the effort, even if it sounds hard. But I wouldn't put, I mean, I have time for some people, and I make the time for those people, but I don't make time for other people, even though I could. But I also could say like, it's so hard to find a date that we can agree on. Sorry.
But you just ghost them, kind of.
Yeah, then I ghost them. I say that like I have no time, and then
sorry,
I have to go.
But I guess it's better than making a huge big drama about it and being like making like a real rivalry. You're just like kind of tiptoeing out of people's lives without making any fuss about anything, really. So.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not worth to make a fuss, actually. If there didn't win anything wrong, then let's just get over with it.
Yes, it's fine. It's not villainy.
No.
So then the other question would be, like, that's why they become villains. But then the question is, what kind of villain would they be? I think because I also watched some videos about this some time ago.
Antanos.
And because INFJs know how other people feel quite often. Yeah. They could like misuse this and manipulate. Yes. So they could like say intentionally the things that will make them tick, and that they know will make them act in a certain way. Why do you look so guilty?
No. Because you said like you had this big sentence and kind of you tripped over, and I was like, what is going on? Sorry. I didn't look guilty.
Okay.
I don't do this regularly. But and sometimes I do it, but not on a bad
Yeah,
intention. Like I just.
You know what to say in order to make someone feel better because
Yeah.
you know what they need to hear.
Yeah, or I want to hear something from them, and I like
Tricked him into saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like, but I want to hear what they really think, and not like.
Say to please you,
Yeah.
kind of, or not hurt your feelings.
Exactly.
And because they know other people's feelings so well, they also know how to like behave themselves. And I think INFJs as villains would be really good at faking their appearance, like hiding their dark self, you know.
Dark side. Yeah.
Like appearing to be their friend and everything.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
But I couldn't. I noticed I couldn't do this because I noticed like lately that if people appear that I don't really like or that I not resent, but like they're not my best friends, but they're also friends from my mom or something, and I don't like them and I have to greet them and I'm like hello, and I can't get myself to smile. I'm like, oh, go away, please. And I'm like feeling myself smiling so fake, so I couldn't probably fake it anymore.
So maybe it depends on the person.
They're just assumptions.
Yes.
But
But I think you could, like, if you would really want
yeah.
to make them
sure.
think that you like them and you're on their side, then you would be able to do so.
Of course.
You would
if
be
I
able
really
to
want,
hide your emotions.
I could. Because if I I don't want to be happy or smiling to those people I don't like. But if I want to hide something or be someone I don't want to, or I'm not, then I could probably, because that's what I want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also thought, oh my god. I thought, I don't know if it's an INFJ thing, but I would be a villain because of I want everybody to do the right thing, and I would be a villain because I'm so frustrated. I had to go crazy kinda. Because I'm like, let's just see, this is how it goes, and only this is right and everything else is wrong.
You would be over controlling.
Yeah, let's do this like this, only like this, and then I'd go crazy probably. And I'd go bad eventually.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most common reasons why characters become villains.
Okay.
Because they want to control someone or something.
Shit.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that I think an INFJ would be an interesting villain. Maybe if they're like the sheep in a wolf's costume, kinda, you know. No,
a wolf in a sheep costume. I thought, what? Why would the wolf be in a sheep costume? No, a sheep in a wolf costume. That would make no sense. Okay, yeah.
But I wrote it down.
Like a
wolf in a sheep's clothing.
Yeah, you wrote it down the right way. The wolf and the sheep, not the sheep and the wolf. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Because the wolf want to hide.
Yeah, the wolf hides in the sheep's costume.
Yeah, because it's bad.
Yeah. That's kind of an interesting trope, I think. You're appearing to be nice and cute and cuddly, but in real life you're bad. Really, you can do awful things.
I am bad, but only not in a evil version, but to my Chinese food. Okay, well, to my family, that is not that
relatives.
Close. Yeah, relatives. Sorry. I am that. They think I'm good and nice and happy. Oh. But in real life, I'm actually not that way. I'm a little bit more.
Okay. More of a wolf than a sheep.
That sound really summed it up quite good.
Yeah.
So do we really want to rank those? Or maybe just list them?
Yeah, we shall. Okay, so let's start the villain tier ranking. Is that the correct term to describe it?
Yeah.
Villain tier ranking.
Woo! Yes. But I mentioned mine the last time.
Yeah,
August from
August.
Young Rose.
August from Young Rose. Okay, stop.
Yeah. Because I think like he's
the best. Okay. I think like because he's like grown up in a very conservative environment.
Yeah.
And I don't know, was there something about his dad? Whatever.
Well, he had some childhood problems.
Yeah, I think if you like grow up in such a strict environment, that has to cause some kind of issues in any kind of way, I think.
Yeah.
Because it's just not very natural.
It's
Especially not for kids, obviously.
Yeah, it was a little too, not strict, but like pushy. Like, we're so good, we have enough money and you go on this fancy school. But he kind of probably didn't want to do this and is like not the person the parents pushed him into being, kind of. So,
and he never really learned how to communicate his emotions.
Yeah.
Because I think like the monarchs are probably it's like a very thinking T-type dominated environment.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of space for feelings. And he's like an ESTJ. Yeah.
What? An ESTJ?
ESTJ.
Oh,
yeah.
an ESTJ.
ESTJ. It's a cool way to pronounce it.
ESTJ. Yeah, I don't know what an ESTJ
That's like
is.
the very bossy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because his inferior function is introverted feeling, then?
Yeah, that's what he feels his feelings like strong.
No.
Ah!
Yes, like that's the introverted feeling stuff.
Yeah.
So, but it's his inferior function, so he's not very good at it at all. Wait a minute, extroverted sensing? Or is it introverted intuition?
Okay.
Well, I was right with extrovert thinking is his dominant function. That's what I wanted to say. And introvert feeling is his inferior function. So
okay, yeah. Okay.
Emotions are tough for him.
Yeah. So let's just say he's a great villain, and his development was also great.
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
I do think so.
Yeah.
So I also continue with the character I mentioned.
Low-key.
Of course.
Yeah, I can't really say much about him, but hell.
Well, he's like an INFJ. And he did a lot of manipulative stuff. And I think...
INFJ? No, INTJ. Okay.
And I think a lot of, obviously, a lot of his trauma derived from being Thor's younger brother and being always kind of the second and not really appreciated. And he's adopted also, and he was... Like, he wasn't told he was adopted, and then he like felt even more betrayed because that he was like, that's why they never loved me as much as my brother. Yeah, he just felt so misunderstood. So he was like feeling the only way to, I don't know, maybe get their attention is to make like cause huge chaos. Yeah.
So he's like his villain being, it comes up because of being misunderstood or not seen.
Yeah, okay. I think so. But I think he also did a great, like, his arc from like the first Thor movie to the last, and everything that happened in other Marvel movies. It's also pretty good. But like he's got his own series now, and there's like a huge development happened in that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So my next one, I just thought, I don't know if it's a good one. It's Draco from Harry Potter.
Yeah, I think it is a good one.
Okay. No, because he has this big fan base. Like,
Yeah.
so many people love him that I thought, like, he must be interesting.
Yeah.
But I never focused on him that much, so I
me
couldn't
neither.
really... But it's, like, kind of like August, maybe, because he also goes to this crazy great school, and his parents are, like, poosh and have money, I think. So it's, like... But he's, like, obviously more evil than August. Kind of,
Yeah,
I feel
it
like. I don't
takes on different dimensions because of like the whole magic thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I also think, like, I mean, with like his dad, like, obviously,
Because his dad is so...
bitch, yeah.
Okay, Draco Malfoy's dad is a...
Sorry, but it's like true, and he's like really not a good role model.
Obviously, yeah.
And I mean, we have no choice, kind of, up to some level,
That's true.
as to become somehow
Like our parents.
Yeah. And he was like, in the 8th movie, 18 years old, probably 17.
Yeah.
So that's
very
like
young.
basically a baby. So you can't really.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's not to excuse his actions.
But he hasn't seen anything else.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Or like, I really loved watching. I think in the 6th movie, or like reading, but especially like watching.
Yeah.
When. Like he was spoiler alert.
Spoiler
like, I mean,
alert.
everyone has watched Harry Potter, I think.
No.
No.
Not everyone.
Okay. Good. But that's why, yeah. Spoiler alert. Like, he's asked to kill Dumbledore. Right?
I don't know, I can't remember, I haven't seen them for long. So you're spoiling me, actually.
Hooray! But I said it. I said spoiler alert, so
Yeah, I guess.
whatever. And he's like really torn apart from the inside. He's like really... He can't. That's why I think Bellatrix has to step in and... Or not, no, Snape has to step in and... Yeah. Kill Dumbledore, obviously.
Yeah.
But it was like, it was planned, so it's kind of not... Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
But you could really see his...
Torn feelings.
Yeah. It wasn't all of him who wasn't bad or like wanted to do these bad things. He also was like...
It's not who I am.
Yeah. He was obviously feeling miserable. But he also had kind of no choice because his parents joined the Dark Lord. And like, if he was like, you know what, I'm out, guys, then, you know, they wouldn't... He didn't have much of a choice, did he?
Yeah, but neither has August. Kinda. Well, let's move on.
Anyway.
We're taking too much time here for those people.
Literally. Another one that I have that's... you don't know him really, I think. From Star Wars. Kylo Ren.
No.
But it's also... it's an interesting villain because he wasn't like born into a household with questionable beliefs, you know?
Yeah.
He actually had like great parents. Or like great, but like good parents.
Yeah.
And he was like betrayed. He felt betrayed by his master. It's kind of complicated, but
Yeah.
that's why he... Or not... I don't know if that's... But he's also he's an INFP, so I think at least, his dominant function is introvert feeling. So he feels a lot of stuff. And so when he's fallen into a certain feeling, it's hard for him to...
Get out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's feeling his feelings very strongly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think that's what ultimately led to him doing a lot of bad stuff.
Questionable things.
Questionable things of questionable beliefs.
Okay.
No, whatever. But yeah, he's got this tornness within him throughout the whole movies, and I think that's very interesting. With villains.
My next one would be, we have, I don't know, probably people won't know him, But Jack from Don't Worry, Darling, the movie you watched in psychology,
Psychology.
I don't know, but I don't know. He's like, it's difficult.
But why do you think
He
like for the people who don't know him, what's his villainness? What's villainy about
so
him?
crazy. I don't know. He's like, he wants to do good for his wife, kinda, and goes into this crazy world that is not real, kinda. And he every day he goes back to the real world and like works, and then he goes back to the not real world, and he pushes his wife, or he didn't give his wife a choice of being here and not, and the wife like kind of finds out that she's not like, that this is not the real world because some crazy stuff
like
happens.
Truman Show, basically.
Yeah, like the Truman Show, and he's the Truman. No, he's not the Truman. He's the one that keeps his wife and him in this crazy world, and he does it selfless reason. I don't know.
But I don't think he put his own well-being behind his wife's. Because
No.
I think he was just scared of losing her. Or
Kinda.
Or like, I don't know what was the prior reason for him to go into this.
I think because he was
world.
scared because they didn't have enough money
Yeah.
and so on, and
He thought she was safe in there.
yeah,
He wanted to keep her safe, but like safety is an illusion, so.
yeah. He didn't want to be the villain, but in the end he ended up as one.
Yeah, that's an interesting trope as well. The villains that think they do good,
Sorry.
but they're kind of not at all. Yeah, he was. I think like as you said, he was driven by fear. So he was like blinded by fear, and so he didn't even consider
Yeah.
asking his wife, maybe.
Oops. Yeah. So, you see?
Yeah, I have one more. The last one. And it's kind of boring, but I was always kind of fascinated with this character.
Yeah.
It's Scar from The Lion King.
Okay, I can't say anything about him as
Oh,
well.
you haven't watched The Lion King.
Maybe when I was younger.
But it's kind of good. And there's going to be like a movie about like actually his brother Mufasa, like the Lion King.
Yeah.
So maybe there's like obviously going to be a little bit more about his backstory.
Yeah.
Because, I'm honestly not sure. Like there's different versions of his backstory.
Yeah.
But it's also this like brother rivalry thing. And one of them feeling not seen enough or not appreciated enough, I think. And he's got a cool song, so that's there's that.
The most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, another person who has also a very, very great song. That's probably the best one. The mother of Rapunzel.
Oh, yeah.
The song is like crazy. I love it. It's the only thing that I hate when there's songs in movies. Actually, but in Rapunzel I love it actually.
But come on, like at last I can see the light. That's like good stuff.
Yeah, okay. But I don't know, I always kind of loved the song of the mother. I don't know what's her name actually.
Gothel.
Okay.
Mother Gothel.
Okay. But I don't know what her
Backstory
is, because there's nothing much to it actually. But she's so freaky.
She's like gaslighting. The queen of gaslighting.
True, yeah, she's like the gaslight queen. Because she keeps the daughter. And I always hated her.
Like, she's not her real daughter though.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
But yeah,
Well,
she's like
daughter.
really bad. Like,
Yeah.
that must have caused like a lot of trauma to Rapunzel, really.
Yeah, and a lot of trauma has to be experienced for her to do this, actually. Why would someone ever?
Yeah. There's a few villains where you like really, whoa, that's bad. Like that's what
Next level shit.
caused a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Like the villain from Hunchback of Notre Dame is like a That's also really wow. Just wow. Because he finds the person attractive that he also hates, like discriminates. And he's like, either way, I'll have you, or I'll kill her, basically. And like his villain
That's
song is
twisted.
like actually, when you think about it, for a Disney movie, I mean, interesting villain. And I think in the musical theater version, there's a little bit about his backstory where he like lost his brother, and he only wanted his brother and him to be safe.
Fear.
Yeah, so that's kind of what drove him, but like the whole thing with Esmeralda is
Still
wild.
crazy.
Wild.
Yeah, I have a last one that I just wrote down because it's like Joker.
Yeah, I also like saw him in the ranking online, and he's definitely one of the like greatest
Heroes, okay, maybe not. We can't really talk about Joker that much.
No, I don't know really a lot about him.
No, actually, no.
But I do acknowledge that he is one of the most popular villains.
Yeah, and I think he's a cool villain, actually. I like it, but I don't know much about him. So, but he should be on the list, actually. Yeah. If there were a list.
He needs to be on every villain list, probably.
Yeah, maybe let's just wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if there are any villains we forgot that are actually quite necessary to mention.
Which there probably will be.
Well, yeah, obviously. You need to comment them because we want to know. That sounded so like we wanted to. We actually don't want to know this. We wanted to know.
Yeah, I guess.
You want to.
No, yeah, literally. It does spark my interest.
See? So yeah. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for listening.
Or watching.
Or both. And ramen.